Hey, what's going on? Aaron Murray here with the Players Lounge, and we got in the pocket once again tonight. My boy Josh Dobbs not with me on his way to Hawaii. Flight got a little screwed up, so I'm going solo tonight. It's all good. It's gonna be me, my boy AJ Swann, Vanderbilt quarterback. But before we get to that and dive into this Vandy talk, getting ready for spring break, getting ready for spring ball, gotta tell you about my new mattress at Lessa. It is amazing. 100 free nights trial right now. You don't like it, send it back, but you're going to like it. I love it. My kids love it. I can't get my dogs off of it. So click the link below. Check it out if you need a bed for the kiddos, for you, the wife, whoever it is, the dogs, whatever. I don't know who runs the show. Dogs run in my house. Go click the link and check it out right now. All right. Got a special guest here. Probably the smartest quarterback in the SEC. This is why I needed Dobbs with me, because Dobbs is a lot smarter than I am. He's a brainiac, wants to go into space, all that stuff. So he would appreciate this a lot more than I would, and I'm really excited about it. But AJ Swann, quarterback, freshman phenom, heading to a sophomore year at Vanderbilt. Jump on the show with us right now. AJ, what's good, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Man, I can't complain. Spring ball's about to get here. I just got my first assignment from ESPN. I'll be covering the Missouri spring game in about a week and a half. I don't know when this is coming out next week. So in like 3 days from now, I'll be covering the Missouri game. We'll see if I get some love and maybe go to Nashville. But you are about to go on spring break, which I'm very jealous of because I have kids now and I don't get to go on spring break anymore. What are the spring break plans?
Just me and my buddies from home going down to Panama City. We haven't seen each other in a while. We've been all off doing our own thing, so looking forward to getting back with them.
So when the boys get back together, what's number one thing y'all gonna do? Is it more like chill on the beach? Y'all go golfing? Is it getting your tan on? What's the goal?
Yeah, we already talked about bringing our clubs down because where we're staying is a golf course close by. So I think we're gonna try to go hit the course.
What's the handicap?
Hey, we just go out there and play for fun. I'm just gonna say that. We're
Come
not very good, but
on, come on.
we like to go out there, spend time hanging out and stuff. So that's the goal, not to keep score. Because if we kept score, we'd probably just be embarrassed.
No. If everyone, that is the beauty of golf. You get handicaps, so like if you suck, you get strokes. So it's all equal at the end of the day. So it's perfect. And I will give you this one advice, and Josh would tell you this too, because Josh actually, crazy enough, Josh started this golfing company. Ugly ass swing, but he's working on it. Being a quarterback, you need to learn how to play golf. It's the first thing I learned my rookie year because Alex Smith was a great golfer, tremendous golfer. He's like, you have to. You're going to be invited to so many tournaments. So, and just in life in general, like you need to be good at golf. It's just a good business thing. So, get your handicap going. Take a couple lessons in the summertime, and maybe if I get to Nashville, because Josh lives in Nashville, maybe all three of us will go swinging around, have some fun with his golf company. But yeah, I guess just have a couple cold ones, enjoy yourself. I gotta know, you're in Nashville. Nashville's like the booming city right now. Them in Austin, Texas. What's it like living in that city?
I mean, it's great. We got a lot of like you said, it's crazy right now. A lot of people moving here, they want to be here, and that's for a reason. Like it's a great city, great people in the city. Everybody's welcoming. And like if you go to up north, a lot of those cities are like everybody kind of looks at you like, oh, they're not supposed to be here. But down here, I mean, everybody loves everybody, and you kind of feel that just when you're walking down the road. Like I know sometimes I like to go downtown, eat at Hattie B's or just Assembly Food Hall, and a lot of those places are really good food, and then the customer service there is great too.
But feel does it feel like a college town? Like, do you feel like you're in is there any of that vibe there? I haven't really been around the Vanderbilt campus too much. I've been to Nashville once. Obviously, it's a decent sized city. It's not New York, it's not Atlanta, but it's a good sized city. Do you feel the college feel at all, or do you just feel like you're going to school in a mid sized city?
I think Vanderbilt feels more like its own little like basically county. Like there's Nashville, like downtown, all that, and then you go to Vanderbilt and it's an old school campus, really beautiful, a lot of nature around it. So like for it to be in a city, you wouldn't really expect that. So I wouldn't say there's much of a college town feeling, but there's like what's around you and like all the places you can go to.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I always say like Vanderbilt is like a mini sleeping giant. I mean, you have Nashville there. Obviously, you have the academics. Like I went to school to play football. Um, probably could have focused a little bit more on my academics. I won't say that. I was a 2-time SEC academic All-American, if that makes sense. So yes, I was in the books a little bit, but you are at Vanderbilt. Like that degree means something, like a lot. Was that in consideration, and just how hard is it balancing being a quarterback and the studies as well?
That was definitely a consideration. Like, you never know what could happen. Obviously, the goal is the NFL, but say somebody gets injured or something, knock on wood. But you also have the backup plan with the Vanderbilt degree, which is a great degree. And then also just like the classes and balancing. I'd say the first semester was definitely rough. Like just because you got to adjust to college, and especially being Vanderbilt, and I'm coming in middle of the semester, so that was kind of rough. But to be honest, it's really not that hard. Like as long as you get your work turned in and everything, it's not as hard as people make it out to be. If you get it in, the professors are willing to work with you, and you'll pass all your classes.
Yeah, well, you're just a smart kid. So I'm going to lay this scenario out for you. You get a full ride to Stanford, but you have to sit behind Andrew Luck for 3 years. Would you do it?
I would not.
Yeah, thank you. See, look, my mom tried to convince me to go there. I'm like, I'm not going to sit behind Andrew Luck for 3 years. I'm sorry. Like, I know the degree is something special, but I want to play football. Football first, school second. But you get the best of both worlds there at Vanderbilt. So I will be there SEC Media Days. I think you named a couple spots for like, what are my must go to spots when I go to Nashville?
Hattie B's is definitely the biggest place. Famous for hot chicken, so I'd definitely say Hattie B's. But I mean, right there on Broadway, you got the Assembly Food Hall, and it has a variety of food you can pick from. But my go-to spot is right here next to my dorm, Double Dogs. I like to go there. They got really good chips and queso, really good burgers, really good hot dogs. So really whatever you like. Go in there. They got TVs everywhere. So if you're more of a sports bar guy, that's how I am. I like to go there.
Is the Broadway scene like, does it get old at all? Like the honky tonk, like are you in there doing like have you learned to do the square dancing and cowboy boots, cowboy hat, jean shorts? Like have you fully embraced that part of Nashville, or is that like crossing the line, maybe like a fun sorority date night kind of thing?
Yeah, that's more of a crossing the line type of thing. Like I'm not a big country guy where I'll go out in boots and jeans all the time. Like I have one pair of boots, and everybody always like, "You're from Georgia, though." I'm like, well, there's two different parts of Georgia. There's like the countryside, and there's like downtown Atlanta, and then there's like the little in between. I think I'm a little bit in between.
I don't own any boots at all. Like, are you square toed or are you round toed?
I'm square toed, but a lot of my friends are round toed.
I got Chelsea boots. I don't know. I don't think that's too cowboy though. I think it's a little bit more bougie. So one day, my brother-in-law who played baseball at Tennessee he's a big country boy, hunting, fishing, all that stuff. He's like, you need boots. I'm like, I've tried. I couldn't fit them on my feet, so I just gave up. But I'm slowly embracing the country ways. I'm still somewhat Guido at heart because I'm from Tampa. So, all right. So you go spring break. Spring break's done. You're getting ready for spring ball. What are you working on? We always talk about like year one and year two, usually a significant jump, confidence. You feel better, know the playbook a little bit better, know your guys around you a little bit better. What are you working on this spring to take your game to the next level?
Me personally I think it's more chemistry. Like I didn't start the beginning of the year last year, so I didn't have that chemistry like going through spring and all that and fall camp and everything with the first team. That was first team receivers, and I kind of took over the starting job, and I didn't have the chemistry that I really wanted or needed to be as successful as I wanted to at that level. So this offspring, I'm kind of just trying to build receivers or chemistry with the receivers and the O line, and even on like defense, even on that side of the ball, just to show like, hey, you guys can trust me. Like I trust you guys to get a stop. You guys can trust me to put the ball in the end zone.
Love that. Love that. Uh, it's been a really interesting topic this week. We've heard Saban talk about. I know you're not in the gossip world because you're too busy with school and football and getting ready for spring break. Things you should be worried about, not the politics of football. But the schedule's changing. Texas and Oklahoma are coming to the SEC. You're going to have essentially 3 core games and then the rotation every year, which I think is awesome. Get to see more stadiums, get to play new teams. You're not playing the same teams year in and year out. It kind of gets boring, honestly. So you're at a really good time to be in the SEC, but your three opponents that I believe that are going to happen are Tennessee, Missouri, and Auburn. I know the Tennessee Vandy thing is a rivalry because you guys are in the same state, but what's the feeling of that format? Do you like it? Do you think it should be different? What's the overall feel?
Honestly, I don't have that big of an opinion on it because I kind of want to see like how it goes first to have a true opinion on it. But I mean, to change out of the routine that has been there for so long, it's definitely going to be a big change, not just for the players, but for the coaches too. But I know talk about rivalry, and I think the Missouri rivalry is pretty big too. Like even this year, you could just see like the feeling this during that game week was like, hey, we gotta go out there and ball. Like this means a lot to us. And then we didn't play Auburn last year, so I don't really know how that week is gonna go this year. But I'm pretty sure that every game's gonna feel like a rivalry week this year. We got a lot of stuff to prove.
So I'm guessing you're an SEC fan because you grew up in Georgia, grew up from Canton with the Cherokee. What stadium are you most excited about playing? Because you're going to get a chance probably for the next, if you're there for 3 more years, you're going to get a chance, I would think, to play in majority of the stadiums at some point. What's like bucket list? Can't wait to play.
It was Sanford, but I played in that this past year. But now I definitely got to say 2024 we play at LSU, so I'm kind of looking forward to playing that game because I just heard a couple stories from when my dad went to the Georgia LSU game. So I heard it's pretty hectic. So I want to see how it feels in there.
You know what's crazy? I played 4 years. I never played at LSU, and I only played Alabama in an SEC championship game. Never played in a regular season. So never played in Tuscaloosa, never played in Baton Rouge, which just sucks. I would have loved to go to both those places and played. What was it? Because it was funny. Speaking of Tennessee, I wish once again Dobbs was here, so I gave him some crap. Eric Ainge, another former Tennessee quarterback, kind of was chirping a little bit before the Tennessee Georgia game, saying Sanford doesn't really get that loud. What were your thoughts and reactions kind of on that game in there in Athens?
I mean, when I first got there, it was kind of like a dream come true. Like I grew up a UGA fan, so I was like, really looking forward to that game. So when I walked in the stadium, it was kind of like surreal at first, but then as soon as you walk past the white line, you know how it is as a player. Like it clicks. Like I'm not a fan of anybody anymore. I play for Vanderbilt. That's who I'm here for. So I kind of just wanted to go out there and represent them. And I can't say it didn't get loud, but it was definitely a lot harder for the O-line to hear my clap than it has been in other stadiums.
What's the loudest stadium you played in last year?
I would have to say probably Bama. Like when they do the Dixieland Delight, they got really loud in there, and it was also I think 96,000 that game. So there was it was a big turnout and really loud when they sung that. So
I'm looking at the schedule. You haven't played at South Carolina, or have you played? Did you play at South Carolina or Tennessee last year?
Oh, we played both of them at home.
Okay, so you'll get the experience. You'll love South Carolina was awesome. Like I remember my freshman year playing there. Like when they get Sandstorm going and they're waving the towels, like you'll get pretty juice in Tennessee, especially because they're good now. You know that place is shaking, 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 and it's just really intimidating when you drive up to the place. So you'll have fun though. Just second year, baby, make sure that clap is nice and loud. Which I still know how that works. I don't get it because I never clapped. There's always knee center would look, but somehow it works, I guess.
It took me a while to get it. I used to cup my hands and clap like this, and everybody. I was like, it sounds pretty loud, but I guess it's too deep for it to be like really loud. So now you got to clap like your fingers to your palm, and it makes it like an echo. So I had to learn how to do that. Spring last year
Does
was
it
all.
hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt.
Does it hurt?
No.
No. Give us an example right now. Come on, let's see what the clap sounds like.
I used to clap like that, but now I clap like that.
Like that?
Yeah.
All right. All right. There we go. I guess it echoes. I just woke up my 2-year-old. So thank you for that. All right. AJ Swann, quarterback, Vanderbilt, getting ready for year number 2, man. Excited for you. Vanderbilt. Let's go. Let's go bowling this season, Vandy. You got a hot start. You get Hawaii at home to start things off. Wake Forest lost their quarterback. Take care of them, the Demon Deacons, 4-0, and let's get ready to go for a great season, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for jumping on, and hopefully we can get you on again with Dobbs so you guys can talk about smart QB things.
Yes, sir. Thank you.